Hey, well done. You've made it to the very final section, which is essentially a summary of what you've just done. So just to quickly go over what you've just done in sections 2, 3, and 4. Section 1 having been the initial videos about how the tech works, etc. So in section 2, you did the preparation, where you started off looking at the business model canvas, and then from there you did a sales process analysis. And those two were really just to identify, to make sure you had in your head a clear structure in your head. You would be surprised how many people have a business or are already operating a business, and they don't have their business model canvas sorted out in their heads, particularly in the early stages of a startup, where people tend to be bouncing from one thing to another. Then from there, you went into the sales process analysis. Again, it's something that people don't do often. It's not something that people don't do often enough. And actually, that very simple process hopefully clarified your thoughts as to exactly who you should be talking to. As a consequence, we then built up our customer personas, or at least one, maybe a few. And the thing you need to remember from then on forwards, everything that you do is based on a persona. So every persona has a value proposition. Then every persona has at least one marketing framework. It might have 2 or 3. And that you do not do one marketing framework for a number of personas. They may be very, very similar, but the messaging in particular in each one will change depending on the persona that framework is directed at. We then got into building the media plans for that persona and funnels for that persona. And then you saw in section 4 how funnels can be used. And even for one persona, how you're then making multiple funnels all the way across. And the amount of detail that you can then derive in each funnel without even going too deep. And you can begin to see that you have potentially a bigger data problem. The point being here is, in any successful marketing strategy, particularly when you're working online, is that the devil is in the detail. Get the detail right, and your strategy will come good over time. And over time, it'll become very, very good. Now, you don't have to be an absolute marketing strategy specialist to make that happen. You just need to understand how those funnels are working and keep on top of the detail. And that is why in the second part of section 4, what we're really looking at on the last part was how you can build a system in Excel that allows you to monitor that detail, because otherwise you can find yourself falling into a spiral of spending money. And then, but as your confidence gets bigger and you understand and you've run that system for a month or 2, maybe 3, that then you will then begin to understand the detail that works for you, the detail that is really important to your business, and then go and spend some money on a proper system that makes the whole thing easier once again. So, because you remember this course, the course program will stay open for you and for other people that are coming through. So if you have any other questions going forward, whether you going forward on other funnels that you create, what we find is actually an awful lot of people who go through the course, they get to this point and they go, that's great, now I understand it, and they actually go and do the whole thing again based on when they're understanding where they're going to. But we're always going to be here, open for questions. Can I strongly suggest that also that you look around Bizmarang and see what other circles are there that might be helpful to you, or even consider becoming a circle host yourself. We're always looking for good ones, and we provide a lot of training with that as well. So listen, thank you very much for your time. Good luck in your business, and if we can help any further, just reach out either directly through Bizmarang, PM me, or just create a post in the Grow Your Own Marketing Strategy newsfeed in that course. Good luck. Goodbye.